Hello, I'm Coach Natalie, and welcome to this episode of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies. Well, a couple of episodes ago, we did something called the Ninja Lapel Choke, and perhaps related to that, in name only, today we're going to be doing something called the Japanese necktie. Now, the Japanese necktie is part of the head and arm choke family. The good thing about this choke is that it can be done with people with short arms, just something like myself. Even better, the person on the bottom isn't going to recognize that they're in any danger until the last minute. It's pretty simple, so let's check it out. Okay, let's break it down. So this move can be done if you're in side control, if you have, one of their legs, what we call top half guard. We'll assume where they're just on their side. So you know that if you are ever on the top, the person on the bottom is always trying to create space. They want to turn to you and they want to create space. So we're going to assume your partner here is going to be turning towards you. Now, if this is a real person, they'd be sticking their knee in. We call that a knee shield. They might be framing. They might even be trying to, underhook you so that they can kind of get to the back. So that's great. We're going to take advantage of that. So you are going to overhook this top arm, and then my hand is going to go underneath their head, and I'm going to be connecting up my hands in what we call the go-kart grip. Now, over the course of this series, we've had a gable grip, my favorite, the S grip. This is called the go-kart grip. Thumb between the first and second fingers, and then your hands are probably put together just like this, like when someone says, yes, I'm the winner. They might be putting their hands in a go-kart grip. So thumb between the two fingers, and then your palms are together. The good thing about this is it allows you to put your elbows together, which is what we're gonna need. They turn to their side, overhook, reach through, get to the under their head, and put your hands together in a go-kart grip. I'm now pinching my elbows together. Trapping my leg, falling to my side, and the back of their head is going to be on my chest. Now the last thing I'm going to be doing, if I can, triangle the legs, that's great. If I can't, just secure it, and I'm going to be hipping it and getting the tap. Now, there's a couple mistakes that could be made. Whenever you're trapping someone's head, of course, their inclination is to want to, push their head out, pop their head out to escape. So, what I want to be doing is trapping this head, and I really want to have my hand and forearms really trapping the back of their head so they can't, escape their head. Second, I couldn't do this move if they fell to their back. So really what I want to be doing is pressing my chest onto the top of their arm, really keeping them to their side. When I put my chest on the back of their head, and I'm not just squeezing with my arms, I'm really pressing their whole head into my choking arm, with my whole torso. And the last thing, and this is specific to when you're using a dummy, I noticed when I was over at the far end, if I didn't trap this leg already, suddenly that leg was too far to trap. Now, if you're doing this with a real partner, that's not going to be a problem because, like I said, they're going to be sticking their knees in to create some space in what we call the knee shield. And so they're going to be moving this leg close to you without you having to do anything. But if you're using a dummy that's just laying there, you may want to trap this leg. So again, they're going to be turning to their side out of a sense of self-preservation, but we're going to use that to our advantage. They may be underhooking you. In any case, if I can put my arm through here, I'm reaching through, grabbing, in what we call a go-kart grip, pinching my elbows together, really trapping this head and grabbing this leg. Fall to my side. Now I have my chest on the back of their head. I am now going to be pushing my hips forward, and that'll get the tap again. What we call the go-kart grip. Your thumb between your first and second fingers, and palm to palm. And that's a good grip for when your elbows need to be close together, your hands need to be, tightly fastened. It's good for the Japanese necktie, also good for the darce. You might want to try that out. Well, thank you very much for following our series. If you like head and arm chokes, we do another necktie called the Peruvian necktie all the way back in episode 16. So that's another version of the necktie you might want to check out. But in the meantime, thank you again for sharing news of this series with others, and thank you again for your support of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies.